There is a house in La Fletch, Saskatchewan that has been for sale since last spring. A one-bedroom, one-bathroom bungalow. The asking price is $18,000. Still, nobody is buying it. Today we're looking at 7 real, active MLS listings across Canadian ghost towns, all under $100,000. Let's start at the top. Number 7. Timmins, Ontario. $99,900. 118 Wendy Avenue dates back to the mid-20th century. They call it a fixer, a project property, with renovation costs before you've unpacked a single box. Main floor living, kitchen toward the rear, one primary bedroom upstairs, older finishes throughout, laminate flooring, a tiled kitchen, dated cabinetry, and systems without recent upgrades. Small yard out back. For someone with trade skills and patience, a bungalow priced under $100,000 in a city of 40,000 people is genuinely rare in Canada. But Timmins is 700 kilometers north of Toronto. The economy moves with commodity prices. Resale demand is limited. Whatever you put into this house, you will never fully get out. This is not a flip. The return comes from living in it. A functioning city with services, a hospital, and the Trans-Canada running through it can make this a sensible choice for someone with determination and the skills to take on the work. Number 6. Kapuskasing, Ontario. $65,000. Kapuskasing sits about 200 kilometers west of Timmins on Highway 11. Population around 8,000, slowly declining. The economy has historically depended on a Domtar pulp and paper mill, exactly the kind of single industry vulnerability that can turn a functioning town into a cautionary tale. 17 Lemerrier Street is roughly 1,100 square feet, with 5 bedrooms. On the main floor there is a living area, kitchen, dining space, 1 bedroom, and a 4-piece bathroom. Upstairs there are 4 additional bedrooms. A good-sized lot, with a yard and a shed. But the price is doing the work, the listing description will not. It is a handyman special. Winters are serious. -30 is not an event, it is a season. Heating costs on an older house will hurt. This is for someone relocating for work, or someone willing to invest time and money in a small northern community. This is not for anyone treating this as an investment. The exit market is nearly non-existent. Number 5. Cobalt, Ontario. The asking price is $39,900. Cobalt had its moment, burned bright, and has been winding down for over a century. In the early 1900s, it was one of the most significant silver mining communities in North America. Then the silver ran thin, and the miners left. The current population is under 1,200 and falling. 29 First Street is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1.5-story house, marketed explicitly as a heavy renovation handyman project. Handyman project means structural issues beyond cosmetic. Step 1 is not renovating, it is figuring out what you are dealing with. There is a niche community of artists and history enthusiasts drawn to exactly this kind of place. The Cobalt Mining Museum is still operating. Heritage buildings still stand. But character does not pay for a new roof or a foundation repair. Know what you are buying before you fall in love with the history. Number 4. Timmins Rural Outskirts, Ontario. $34,000. Lot 11, Old Mill Road, outside Timmins in Northern Ontario means sparse surroundings. Limited road maintenance in winter, and neighbors are measured in kilometers. 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, roughly 700 square feet. It is steps from the beach on Western Lake, with several fishing lakes nearby. There is a gardening area, indoor wood storage, and an outdoor shed. There is almost no year-round infrastructure. The buyer pool skews toward hunting bases, writing retreats, and off-grid projects. If that is you, $34,000 for a structure in Ontario is hard to dismiss. If not, there is nothing here that makes daily life manageable. Number 3. Shackleton Lake, Kapuskasing, Ontario. $20,000. 793 Lavoie Road is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom waterfront bungalow cottage on a double lot at Shackleton Lake. Waterfront property in Ontario for $20,000 sounds like a misprint. It is not. The property sits on leased campground land. You are not buying the ground under the structure, you are buying the building, and it is subject to a lease with annual park fees. Those are ongoing costs that do not build equity, and there are restrictions on what you can do. Because the land is leased, The resale market narrows to the vanishing point because most lenders will not finance a leased land property, cash only, small buyer pool, seasonal access. If you want a lakeside retreat and go in with your eyes open and you understand this is a seasonal asset, not an investment, then $20,000 has a logic to it. Read the lease before you read anything else. Number 2, Coronach, Saskatchewan, $99,900. Coronach was built around coal. At its peak, the town grew to over 800 people. Today it is around 600, down nearly 5% in 5 years. The coal plant is still running, but clean energy timelines are accelerating. Everyone in Coronach knows the plant's future is uncertain. 102 First Avenue East is a legitimately solid house. 4 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1,002 square feet, on a 6,000 square foot corner lot. Built in 1928, heated double-detached garage, oak cabinetry, updated windows, all appliances and most furnishings included. The house is better than the price suggests. In almost any other context, it would list for 3 or 4 times what they are asking. The discount is not about the house, it is about the town. The market is pricing in the risk that Coronach's economic engine shuts down within a generation. Roughly 210 kilometers southwest of Regina. Nearest full-service hospital is 90 kilometers away. US border is 15 kilometers south. For someone who does not rely on the local job market and can handle the isolation, this could be a great deal. For retirees or families depending on nearby healthcare, do not be fooled by the price. Number 1, La Fleche, Saskatchewan. Price, $15,000 to $18,000. La Fleche is a town of 373 people, with a K-12 school, a campground, and Thompson Lake Regional Park 10 minutes north. 214 2nd Street East is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom bungalow on 2 lots totaling about 4,300 square feet. Built in 1913. The living area is roughly 467 square feet. The seller has not lived in the house. Sold strictly as is. No furnace, no electrical panel. The water line runs from the town main, but the connection must be installed at the new owner's request. To make it livable, add a furnace, an electrical panel, and basic wiring. Expect roughly $15,000 to $25,000 in contractor costs, assuming tradespeople are willing to work in a town this size. Total investment would be $30,000 to $45,000 for a standing structure on 2 lots, with paved streets and municipal water, 10 minutes from a lake. The listing has been sitting, and the price has dropped, and the market has spoken about the buyer pool for a house with no heat and no electricity in a village of 373 people. And yet, someone will eventually buy it. The listing itself says it best with the particular optimism of a prairie town that isn't giving up. Every listing is real with MLS numbers in the description. Do your own research before buying. Let me know in the comments which one you would consider, and please subscribe. We do this every week.